The Gladiator decided it will never go through this canyon again. Wrong one. So we're taking this one today. That one's done us too well. Honestly, I've broke it twice this year and I'm sick of breaking it. So I'm gonna break something else tonight. We're gonna take the old beater over here. Here we have the KC Slim Lights with a Smittybilt 9K winch. That is pretty much the nicest part of the entire truck. So take a good look at it. Schedule 40 pipe tubing bumper straight out of someone's plumbing. I take that back. KMC beadlock wheels are absolutely sick. They actually outvalue the truck by 2 times. Shocks that Garrick had sitting in his backyard that I rebuilt last week because we thought the front shocks were blown out, but really actually turned out that the leaf springs were broken, and then we actually fixed the leaf springs. But by fixing the leaf springs, I mean we didn't actually fix the leaf springs, we just added more leaf springs to the leaf spring pack so that it would stay upright. Moving on. This is the interior. You'll see there's no doors. There's actually doors behind you, but they come off. And they're really hard to shut, so I just took them off. Those gauges, none of them work. As long as it's moving and the engine is turning, we're gonna keep going. I filled it up with gas. You may ask about the axles. What are they? Well, they're the axles that came in it. The front end has been swapped to a solid axle. No, it hasn't. The front axle is bone stock. The rear axle is bone stock. I just welded brackets onto it and then put, actually again, I found another nice piece on it. These King 16-inch coilovers are very nice as well. We knocked out this 4-link in about 13 hours one day. It was actually a long bed before with a ladder rack, so I took all that off. We put all these things on the back, not because they're actually functional. I don't even have a jack that will lift it up enough to put this on here. Yes, you may see a high lift on here, but I have absolutely no idea where I could pick up on this thing to even use that. So we're gonna hope that we don't have to use this, but what I do need is I needed the rear weight. So that's the thing of these Toyotas. They're light, they're simple, there's nothing to them, and they are Toyota powered, so they never stop moving. Let me show you the levers. So here we have the meat and potatoes of the build. You can multiply the drivetrain to 4.7 to 0, and now throw that in first gear, and you're looking at like math. So it makes it like, where you can like put it in gear, and then just let out the clutch and go walking next to it. You wanna see? Those are the only good things about the beater. And I figure what better opportunity than to take it out on tonight's trail. So what we're going to do, we are going to head out going east through Trona and over into Isham Canyon. And that is a 1.5 mile canyon. It's actually historically a spot where the 49ers actually escaped the Death Valley elements. There was a man named something Isham that died in the canyon, and he got a canyon named after him, and now we go and we drive trucks through it. The exit out of this 1.5 mile long canyon is an extremely steep uphill with gravel that you can't even walk up. You literally will fall on your face if you try and walk up this hill, and that's the very last obstacle. So if you brake during any part in the canyon to get out, it's really gonna suck. And we've been there before. It took us until about 2 o'clock in the morning to get our last guy out of there, the last time we hit it at night. So we figure, may as well scumbag everyone and spend the night in the canyon tonight. Let's go. The old on trail going. We know exactly where we're going. Spot 1, made it to the Pinnacles. This is it. I want to be here just about this time of day. In the next 30 minutes, we might get a 6 sunset. It's cool to be around these weird rocks. This was actually an ancient lake bed out here. Right there in Trona is where they actually mine the minerals off the lake bed. So what they do is they flood the ancient lake bed, they scoop the minerals off the top, and this is part of the salt deposits, and it's really epic and scenic, and the beater made it here. We were surprised. It's still shaking violently. Let's see if we can make it to the next stop. So we're at the entrance to Isham. It's very clear by now that we are the first ones through this in a very long time. So really interested to see what we're getting into right now. And beyond that corner reveals the first obstacle, which is and then leads into the second obstacle, which is like stopped my Gladiator for quite some time. It does ultimately loop around all the way back down to the valley we came in at. And again, there has been no one up here. There's no tire marks, nothing, and we just had a hurricane come through here, so I'm in for it. Let's go.
Have you done this trail at night before?
Yeah, actually, the last time we did this trail, we finished it at nighttime as we towed. Yes, finished
at nighttime
because somebody broke some pieces and we had to tow them out, and it took all of the vehicles to get them out.
I'm kind of glad we don't have like 12 vehicles.
No, it's true. We're gonna be able to do it quick. That was going to taste good too. I was looking forward to that chew. We're gonna go up probably 300 feet, and we're gonna make like this zigzag up. It's pretty fun.
We still have a license plate, it's just not where it should be.
Now past the fourth obstacle. I don't remember exactly what's around the corner, but there is a pretty gnarly one coming up that's like where the Gladiator decided it will never go through this canyon again. So
that's all you have? You're not gonna make it. Have you ever had a mini truck Toyota? No. They don't turn, they go straight.
Darren, I'm starting to understand why you didn't bring a Gladiator.
yeah, like I can't even get this freaking little short guy to pivot around this stuff, but I think honestly the Gladiator still turns sharper than that. But at least we can like Austin Powers our way through that. I just couldn't get my rear end up in there enough to hit it without just absolutely DNFing the cab on the truck, which I do care a little bit about it, just don't tell anyone.
Break a taillight.
A little bit, yeah.
Oh, it just matches the other side. That's okay. I can live with this. That's character. You going straight for the boulder?
Yeah, hit that.
Perfect.
Why can't I move?
There's no rock. That's the center line.
I know. Just hit a little bit harder. Go away, Rock. I want to keep this for later.
waterfall coming up, so I'd like to make it up that.
I bet we're about 60% way through. It's been pretty flawless. I ripped the rock light off. Yeah, that corner had that rock. It was like getting stuck like right under that area right there. And this thing's turning radius sucks really bad. I'm doing full hydro steering on this after this trip because I can't stand it anymore.
What's this right here?
It's just like a little like waterfall in the middle of the desert.
Sounds about right.
This used to be deeper, but with the recent rains, it's filled in with dirt and rock. So we'll see what Darren makes of it, and then we'll go from there. Passenger. Up, do it again, same thing. Right, wheelbase, 1 second. Don't want to tighten it in. So close. 1 second. Right from there. I think that like third to last. Low? Yeah, I'm turning in second, but I'll go first. He's got it. He's just gotta hit it with a little more go-go. Alright, you're up.
Once I figured out that it was like a smooth transition at the bottom, I was like, well, I can just hit this thing as fast as I want.
Just like, and
I was like, I kept on like getting up there and just being like, and that one time I was like, oh wow, okay, that's a nice transition. All right, let's do that again. All the way down. Yeah, I didn't let off. Second gear pinned all the way from when it hit the face all the way until it grabbed and went out. I was to the pedal, to the pedal, to the pedal, to the floor.
We are currently on a hill and not moving.
Yeah.
And the hill is to get out.
Yeah.
I don't know if a single frame of that was like readable, but
That was fully pinned all the way
I
up.
had to keep the momentum.
Yeah, couldn't let off.
That's just not fair.
What?
We spent like 20 minutes pinning it to make it 20
know.
feet.
He was digging holes and I'm just like, all right, I'll just patiently wait, bud. It's okay. Spectacular. I loved every bit of it. I'm very proud of actually all the vehicles. Everything did spectacular. Got hung up a little bit and I lost the license plate and dented my truck bed, but
That's typical.
it's typical. You're playing in the rocks. That's what's going to happen. So
Made it to the top. That's Isham. That is the Great Escape. The 49ers did it, not the football team, and now we did it in trucks. The Toyota, the Blast, I knew that it was going to be a little bit more challenging than the Gladiator, but I think it was perfect because it was like a challenge. The Gladiator walked all that. It literally got bound up in one spot, and that was it. Otherwise, it just drove right up it, whereas that thing was a challenge almost the entire time. But especially with like driving a clutch and having all the ratios, like this last hill climb was literally wooded all the way up in first gear, not in low. I had to go like the 2.23 or whatever ratio. First gear just absolutely bouncing off, like the steering wheel's ripping out of my hands the entire time. It was great. So it was violent, and we love violence. So that's Isham. This is DFD presented by On Trail Heatwave Visual. It's dark out. We're gonna go get some dinner.